Hey everyone, this is Sebi from Valorant Central. Welcome back to another video on the channel. So today we're going to be talking about a full economy guide for Valorant, and this is going to show you what to buy and how to best use your money in game. I had the chance to talk to many people with extensive CSGO experience who have been playing the Valorant beta, and I came up with these tips with their help, so thanks to them. A link to their socials will be in the description if you'd like to check them out. Also, just a note, this guide was tailored to the average player who most likely won't be playing super competitive with a full 5-stack team, and they just want some general tips for themselves on how to use money in game. I've received many requests to make one of these because some people find it somewhat overwhelming to do, so hopefully this can help with that. Before we do that, if you'd like to stay up to date on all things Valorant, be sure to subscribe to the channel. We post videos nearly every day covering everything you need to know about the game. Also, drop this video a like if you do find it informative and helpful, as we really appreciate it. So the first thing we're going to be talking about is the different ways you can earn money in Valorant. So at the end of each round, there's 6 different ways you can earn money. If you win the round, you get $3,000. If you lose the round, you get $1,900. If you're on a lose streak of 2 losses in a row, you get $500. If you're on a lose streak of 3 games in a row or more, you get $1,000. If your team planted the spike, everyone in your team gets $300. And if you get a kill, you get $200 per kill. And this is just to you, not to your team. There is another way you can get money, and that's if you're short a player on your team. You will get a bit of a bonus each round. However, this isn't very common, so we're not going to consider it in this video. So based on these values, the most money you could get in one round is $4,300. And that's if you were to win the round, your team plants the spike, and you manage to kill all 5 enemies. The least amount of money you can get in a round is $1,900, and this is just from losing the round. Now, when it comes to what to prioritize when buying things, regardless of the agent you're using, shields is always one of the most important things to buy. This is because having more health automatically gives you more of an advantage over the enemy. Now, when it comes to the importance of abilities, this would depend on your agent and playstyle. So it may be worth saving some money if the abilities aren't too useful and upgrading your shields or guns instead. For example, Sage's Wall is very powerful, so buying this definitely would be worth it. However, something like Sova's Shock Bolt wouldn't be a priority. Another example is if you're using Phoenix's Curveball, which blinds the enemy. If used properly, you could kill an enemy with a pistol even if they had an assault rifle. So this goes to show you that if the abilities are worth getting and used properly, the gun you have doesn't make a huge difference. So be sure to keep this in mind when deciding between abilities and weapons. Now, since shield is one of the most important things to buy, you have 2 options when purchasing shield. This is going to be either light or heavy shield. So light shield costs $400 and gives you 25 shield, while heavy costs $1,000 and gives you 50 shield. Now, when it comes to deciding on what shield to buy, light shields should be bought if you have at least $1,000. This will give you $600 left, and this could be spent on a better pistol and abilities. Heavy shields should be bought if you have more than $2,600. This will leave you with a minimum of 1.6k, which in worst case scenario will get you a Spectre or a lower end gun and abilities. Now, when it comes to buying things every round, there are 4 different buying methods that we refer to. There's full eco, force buy, and full buy. So within each of these categories, there is the minimum money you should spend to use this method. So if you're doing full eco, your minimum money is obviously going to be 0 because this is the lowest one. So with full eco, you're going to buy no gun, and you're also going to buy 1 cheap ability if needed and if useful. The second one's going to be the eco method, and this is when you have a minimum of $1,500. And this category is where you're going to buy a pistol or cheap SMG, and you're also going to buy 1 ability if it's worth it. The third method is going to be force buy, and this is with a minimum amount of money of $2,600. So in this category, you're going to buy an SMG, shotgun, or cheap rifle, heavy, or sniper, and you're also going to buy 1 to 2 abilities if it is worth it. Lastly, you have full buy, which we recommend is when you have a minimum of $4,000. This is where you can buy expensive rifles, heavies, and snipers, and 2 to 3 abilities if worth it. So keep in mind that these minimum values assume you have no money to start with. So let's say you bought some abilities in previous rounds, but you haven't used them yet. Since you don't have to buy them now, you can use these methods with slightly less money. So now we're going to give you an example. Let's say it's round 8 and we have $2,800 and our team hasn't called for a full eco or eco. Based on the shield table, we're going to buy heavy shield. And then based on the method table, we're going to do a force buy. And in that case, we're going to buy an SMG such as a Spectre and 1 useful ability that's going to help us out that round. Now we're going to look into some early round scenarios to kind of help you out with early game. So the very first round, I'd recommend to conserve around $100 to $200. You don't start with a lot, so you're basically doing a full eco, but you can't upgrade your pistol or buy one cheap ability if helpful. If you lose round 1, the next round you're going to go eco. This is because you're at a significant money disadvantage, so it's not worth it to spend more money and lose again since the odds are against you. If you lose round 2 now, you will have enough money in round 3 to force buy since you saved money in round 2. Now another scenario is, let's say you win round 1. Your best bet would be to force buy the next round to use the extra money to your advantage and increase your chances of winning round 2. If you win round 2 as well, you'll most likely be able to full buy after that. After this, in later rounds, you can use the table to help you decide what to buy based on the amount of money you have. So now we're just going to go over some general tips when it comes to economy in Valorant. So tip number 1 is share money with the team. So this is a team-based game. So you do have the ability to buy weapons for your team if they request, which we really recommend if you have a lot. It's not worth it for one person to full buy and then the rest of the team have basically nothing, as this won't work to your advantage. Instead, it's better for everyone on the team to have decent guns, as this will increase your chances of winning. Tip number 2 is to pick up guns off the ground. So either when one of your teammates dies or one of the enemies dies, you are able to pick up their gun. And this is useful and we recommend it, as when you pick up their gun, it will follow you into the next round, so you'll save money. The third tip is to track the enemy's economy to the best of your ability. Now, if you press tab, you can see how much money the enemy has, so you'll get a better idea of how to track when the enemy is purchasing different things and you can better prepare for it. So for example, if you see the enemy's money going down a lot, you'll be able to tell that they most likely just full bought, so you could create a team strategy to work around this. The last tip, and this is quite obvious, is you're going to want to spend all of your money before switching sides or when the game's going to end. Now the in-game voice does tell you this, but this is just a reminder if you did not realize it. So this is everything you need to know for a pretty basic guide to economy in Valorant. Obviously, some things in this video might fluctuate as some changes to the game are being made, since this is only the closed beta. However, as of right now, you could use this as a pretty good template for what to do when you're playing. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions about this method or any suggestions on how to possibly improve it. And also remember to subscribe to the channel if you'd like to stay up to date with all things Valorant, and drop a like on this video if you did find it informative and helpful. That's about it for this video, and thanks for watching.